Hey guys, how's it going? So just saw the first episode for the new Hulu series 11/22/63. Interesting title to remember. It's a Hulu series that was based on a book, a best-selling book by Stephen King, and what interested me about taking a look at it is that it was executive produced by Stephen King and J.J. Abrams. And J.J. Abrams is one of those guys that I follow whenever he does anything. So pretty much what the first episode of this 8-part series is about a high school teacher played by James Franco. His character knows someone who owns a diner, and in this diner there's basically a closet where if you walk into the closet, you end up in 1960. The person who shows him this is Chris Cooper's character. Chris Cooper's character has been going back to 1960 several times to see what he can do to prevent the assassination of John F. Kennedy, which takes place in 1963. The whole first part of the episode is Chris Cooper's character explaining to James Franco's character how the closet works. You know, no matter what happens when you walk into the closet, you're in the same exact time and place and date in 1960. And you can go and try to make whatever changes you want, and you can always come back out. But if you go back in time again to 1960, you're kind of resetting the timeline again. So every single time you want to try to adjust something that you changed, you come out into this area where he can come back to present day. He goes back into the closet and he would end up back at the same exact time again. If James Franco decides he wants to come back to present day, he will just end up 2 minutes after the time that he jumped into the closet. So only 2 minutes pass each time he jumps into the closet. So Chris Cooper's character is trying to convince James Franco to go back in time and to actually stay back in time to try to follow events that led to John F. Kennedy's assassination, because supposedly if John F. Kennedy isn't assassinated, then the Vietnam War wouldn't happen. A lot of events would have not taken place, and therefore, in Chris Cooper's mind, the world would be in a better state. One of the things that I find really interesting about this show is when it comes to the whole time travel aspect. A lot of time travel movies, and they always kind of do this thing where you don't want to change anything in the past, because if you change it, it has huge effects on the future. Well, in this show, what happens is the past is almost like an entity. So whenever you try to do minor changes, there's no real repercussion for doing minor things. Whenever James Franco's character tries to do something that would be considered like a big event where things would change, the past itself is trying to fight against him. Just an example, without spoiling anything, he tries to make a phone call to someone that he knows from his own life, but he's trying to call them in 1960. Things start happening to the phone booth that he's in. There's times where he's trying to hide in a place that he shouldn't, and events are taking place. It's almost like Final Destination in the sense that there's this entity trying to keep things the way that it is. There's a lot of mystery, like a typical J.J. Abrams show. There's a lot of things that are unanswered. There's a lot of mysterious things going on. So far, I'm really interested in it because the first episode was like an hour and a half long, and that's like a movie. It's like I just saw a movie. It ended on such a cliffhanger type of like, I can't wait to see the next episode. The episodes air every Monday. I don't know if they're all going to be an hour and a half, but this was like very interesting to me because I was seeing trailers and commercials for it. I'm like, oh, look, another time travel thing, but it actually has me very interested in it because I like the whole idea that you can't just change things that happened in the past. The past is actually going to fight against you when you try to make changes to the past. I find it very interesting that they're using a real event type situation. It's not like Back to the Future where it's, you know, a made-up scenario of how to change his family's past. It's not like Project Almanac, or it's people just trying to change their own personal things. Like, this is someone who's trying to change a major event in history. If you like time travel stuff, or you're into any kind of J.J. Abrams type shows where there's kind of mystery and intrigue, I suggest you check it out. It's on Hulu, and another episode comes out every Monday. There's going to be 8 total episodes. All right, see ya.